the beginning of last season. It almost becomes this like Rocket League Civil War thing between the two of them. I cannot wait to see that rivalry continue later on here in the season. But these players, everything here on the pitch right now is they're going to try and get their first wins here in the RLCS Season League. Leftovers actually going for their second win here as they've just taken the win off of Northern Gaming. The upset nobody expected. You could not ask for a more kind of birth by fire into RLCS than having to go up against Northern Gaming and FlipSid on your first weekend, but they're doing it right here, and they're going to see if they can take the 2-game win.
Yes, certainly. I mean, Northern Gaming and FlipSid Tactics easily picked out to be the two most difficult teams to play against. If they can take wins here, then that almost certainly sets them up for those playoff positions. Not only that, but they've got easier weeks ahead of them.
Absolutely. Getting the wins here, just getting these out of the way, even if you don't get the wins, is very good for this Leftover squad. Who you see in the orange, FlipSid in the blue. Game number 1 set to go here on DFH in a quiet first 30 seconds as Cooks are kind of creating a nice shooting opportunity, but not capitalized on, and now it is Leftovers up on offense as Snasky flies through the air. 2 Batmobiles on the pitch here as Cookser and Snasky both driving that flat cereal box car. And Farah will pass. Siki will pass to Farah. Now Markey off the backboard, bouncing out towards Greasy, who takes a shot shut down by Snasky, who picks up ball control and basically passes straight to Cookser. I think he was expecting a teammate to be there, but that'll put FlipSid back up on the offense. And you'll see Snasky clear it out, going down the sideline. As Greasy moves up. It'll be the shot from Markey, that quick pass, excellent shot placement from Markey. FlipSid's on the board. Yeah,
you saw from G2 yesterday just how quickly passing plays can be done. Greasy gets a hold of that one, and Siki just is not in position for it. Markey, that is the earliest he can possibly shoot that and still be capable of hitting the target. Well played by them.
Absolutely. Premium shooting there from Markey. 3:47 left on the clock in game number 1, and FlipSid leads by 1 point. Snasky's touch will loft it in the air. Farah circles in midfield, not sure whether he wants to go back or forward. He's going to choose to go forward as Siki drops a nice one, but Cookser will block it before a shot materializes. Snasky putting it back up. Farah behind him, well, using Snasky as a screen to try and get in, but not able to put the shot on target. Leftovers now, an extended opportunity to score. They'll get the midfield defense from Snasky and keep it going. Greasy Meister up to Markey. Solid passing from FlipSid as Cookser will shoot. Siki will clear it over into the side where Snasky is waiting. Markey will get it off of the top. We Farah over to the side. Right now we're seeing the Leftovers trying to pass out of their own half, but Markey just going to shut them down once again. 2-0 FlipSid.
This is premium FlipSid right here. This is exactly what they always try and do. Markey Duda is always ready and waiting. He is the shark of EU, ready for any passing play. He's got 2 of them already, just because space opens up, and he is the quickest player to get to them all the time.
Absolutely. Both Markey and Cookser, people that like to prowl at the midfield. And you know, if Markey misses it, Cookser is waiting there. Such a deadly 1-2 punch the FlipSid packs right now. Cookser misses that one in the air. It'll be Greasy in the back who passes it out into the middle. Markey needs to get there. He's not in time. Snasky's able to capitalize.
Yeah, Greasy, do not pass that in front of your own net, my friend. Just takes this one straight out, and you're looking at this. Markey Duda has to race Snasky, and Snasky, I don't know if you saw him at LAN, he is built. He definitely was going to get there first.
He's quite the jacked athlete. He's running on his treadmill. It made his Batmobile go faster. Now Farah in the air off of kickoff, striking very, very quickly here deep into FlipSid territory. It'll be Markey passing it off the wall to himself. He gets the, like, oh my goodness, Markey has a hat trick.
Half-game hat trick from Markey Duda. Doesn't need any setup from this one at all. Just launches it because no rotation coming in just yet from the Leftovers. Too close to being after the kickoff. And speaking of kicking off, they'll be kicking themselves for not sorting that one out and putting themselves 2 goals behind.
Yeah, not how you want to play, especially up against FlipSid. Don't want to give them the easy ones. Looking to move downfield. Greasy takes it away. That's 2 players out of rotation right now for the Leftovers. Greasy's shot will be blocked away by Snasky, but Cooks are going to look to see if he can set it up for Markey here. Siki picks it up, passes to Farah in the midfield, trying to get it past Markey into the corner. Takes the boost, and Snasky will move up to take over. A nice setup. Markey will be able to block it down, but he passes it straight back in the direction of Snasky. Farah will be able to send it onto the backboard. Nobody there. Greasy's up. Excellent touch from Greasy. Siki was right in position to slam that one home if he didn't have it. The Leftovers still looking to close this lead. They're down by 2 with 1:50 left to go.
Yep, and you'll see from FlipSid as they continue to play just how different their rotation is to other teams. Not necessarily leaving someone in defense, although it does allow these sort of opportunities to open up. They just like to take up the areas rather than focusing on where the ball could go. They'd like to focus on where they know it will go.
Farah is lurking in the middle. He'll move in to take over as his teammates are low on boost. Snasky will go down this entire right side line. Misiki who picks up ball control. Nice read by Cookser to drop it to Marky. Passes back to Greasy. Open net if he could take the shot. Shut down by Siki. Now it'll be Snasky trying to intercept Marky. He passes to Cookser who takes a shot towards the net. Will it go in? No. Blocked away by Farah. But the Greasy Meister is in the air. It gets saved again, but Marky in. Can Snasky get it one more time? Over to Farah and out. Well done by the leftovers, holding on in a scary situation.
Yeah, they're certainly holding on, but they need to get this out of their own half. They got so many pressure-ish situations coming from Greasy. Okay, you do not try and fight Greasy.
The way the Snasky's like, he might be built, but Greasy just muscles this one past him and just takes the easy shot. He just has to get the ball to the net. Snasky was the only thing in the way. Got it past him, puts it in 4-1 FlipSid.
Look, you can be as built as you want to, but when you try and wrestle someone as greasy, that's Greasy came in there, he's always going to slip away.
I didn't even think about that. That's a really good point.
That's also a very awful imagery.
How is real life affecting this game so much right now? Jeez. Siki going to try and move this one up. Snasky going to go over and pick it up. They've got 38 seconds to score 3 times. This is a nice setup here, but Greasy Meister will take it away. Gets in the air, into the corner, past Siki. Fair will play it out. Now Marky in the air as well to take another shot. Snasky will shoot away. Cooks her onto the side wall. Nice pass out to Marky. The excellent shot, but it goes wide. The passing plays, the offense of FlipSid on point today. Just a slight bit more accuracy on the pass shots, and this score would be so much higher. As Leftovers has not found a way to shut them down at all. This game will end. Will it go in? They will get one more, but it's kind of just a consolation goal at this point as FlipSid did everything in this game.
Yeah, just putting that one into their own net. Cucks, unhappy with the fact that he hasn't managed to get on the scoreboard at all throughout this game, decides to put it into his own net. And that is a very impressive win there from FlipSid Tactics. Not necessarily pulling out anything too flashy, but that rotation from them was on point all game.
Well, nice attempt there, Greasy. He tried to do the Cookser wiggle, but just kind of flopped on the side. Didn't manage to get it there, but he did everything he needed to on offense, setting up 2 of Marky's goals, getting one of his own. 8 shots from FlipSid, holding the Leftovers to just 2. This team we just saw take and beat Northern Gaming in 5 games, and now here in game 1, FlipSid is saying, no, remember, we're the world champions. There's a reason Northern Gaming came in 3rd.
Yes, certainly indeed. FlipSid Tactics, great, and exactly what they needed to do. Remember, Leftovers coming into this game with lots of momentum. They've got me feeling on top of the world right now, and then you get this come against you. FlipSid Tactics not only going for the win there, but offensively dominating the entirety of the game, keeping it in their opponent's half. How do you really deal with that? You've got to try and find a way of playing it out either individually, because those long clearances just means someone like Cucks or Marky are going to pick up the ball again and just go, all right, we're going back.
Yeah, we're going back that way. And you look at the scoreboard, and the quiet player on this FlipSid team was Cookser, considered probably the best player of last year, the player of the year. And when that's what you have waiting to fill out, to wake up, when that beast is lurking in its lair, it's like, oh dear, they haven't even reached their final form yet.
Certainly have not. FlipSid Tactics obviously have got lots in the tank, but Leftovers, they have been through wars already today, and I think they'll happily drag FlipSid into the mud and see who can battle it out.
We'll see. Will the veteran champions be able to continue this dominant performance, or will the new upstart be able to work off of their recent victory? That did include 2 losses. Snasky with a nice shot over the top of Cookser there. Marky will clear it away. What? This pinch off the wall?
Yep, that certainly is from Siki, especially when you get speed like 120 kilometers per hour. See Siki catching it just on the half volley on the wall. Lots of power from that sort of shot, and exactly the perfect way of them starting this game off.
I saw the clear, and I was like, right, that's gonna roll up the wall. I'm gonna look back and see what how the defense is rotating, and then the ball was in the goal.
Fake kickoff.
They're gonna try. Can they pull it off? Cookser to Marky. Pass onto the backboard. Leftovers not sure how to deal with it. Cookser does not make contact. And that'll see the Leftovers moving back on offense. Marky just wants to buy time here, and Cookser will play it off the backboard once more over the top of the shooters, and Greasy, oh, if he had made contact there, been about the quickest counterplay we'd ever seen. Snasky and Sicky now moving down the field. Sicky going to try and drop this one to Snasky, but interrupted by Cookser. Marky to pass, and Greasy to follow up. It's that 1-2-3 plays that gives FlipSid those quick transitions and the ability to score very quickly. Yeah,
both of these teams like to try and play the ball out wide with a pass and then fling it back into a dangerous situation where someone can come and go for the shot. So far, FlipSid doing better out of those two teams, though.
They are playing like world champs. Right now, down by 1, though, with 3:52 left to go. Off of the quick plays, and the boomer of a shot from Sicky. Greasy will send that into the corner. He'll wait this one out. Challenge, go for the second touch, wins it and gives it to Cookser. Sends it flying all the way down the field. The goalie should be able to get it. That was Sicky who was in net, gets the save. But this is still an offensive opportunity for FlipSid. Cleared away well by Snasky. Greasy Meister looks to intercept in the corner and push it back out.
Yeah, but once again, we just see Cookser. He seems to have taken a more of a relaxed role in this sort of game. Exact same thing as Sicky's doing. As we see him at the back here, just both these teams realizing that the pace is slowed down. More long balls are coming in. Might as well have someone who's very good at making plays start, get a hold of that ball.
It was a beautiful shot from Greasy. Fortunate for the leftovers, the Farah was positioned as he was. Now we will see Snasky clear it away. Marky and Snasky both missing, as is customary when one player misses. Marky will now leave that one for Greasy. Takes the shot, a nice fake, but Sicky reads it from a mile away, gets the save. Savior medal for Sicky here, about halfway through game number 2. As the leftovers look to tie up the series, they hold on to that 1-goal lead right now.
Just both these teams taking their time, not willing to overcommit to anything, and that's certainly working out well. We can see players like Farah sat down the other half of the field. They know that these are becoming a long shot sort of game. Get that redirect ready to go.
We're seeing the leftovers almost running sort of a 1-2 offense, leaving Farah very deep in enemy territory and letting Sicky and Snasky rotate kind of in a doubles formation in the back and just leave him up there for cherry picking. It's really kind of fun to watch, especially because they have the lead right now. See if they can hold on to it. 2:09 left to go before the end of regulation. And Cookser caught in dead man zone will fall back, let Greasy push that out. Snasky will pass it over the top. Sicky getting demoed in the back. That'll force Farah to fall back, and he does end up in the corner. Cookser with the drop. Does it go in? No. Sicky gets the clear. Excellent plays there by Sicky.
Yeah, but here's the dangerous part. Once FlipSid start keeping it pressured consistently in the other half, that is when they can get something going. But, oh, that's a miss there.
Marky still has it set up. Farah has to get there. He does, as Marky was not able to send it on target. Cookser up to Greasy. Greasy will let that one go. Cookser will move up. Batmobile v. Batmobile. Snasky wins that out. Past Cookser, but Marky picking it up. Sicky past Marky. And now Cookser, last man on defense. Pass it to Marky on the side. He'll move up, put it onto the backboard. 1:15 left to go. Still the 1-0 lead for the leftovers as they hold on. Cookser with a strong shot. What a shot from Cookser and a great pass from Greasy to tie it up.
Yeah, Cookser hit the perfect part of that Batmobile car. And every single time you see the ball come out towards this middle area just in front of the goal, be afraid of FlipSid tactics. That's where they got the majority of their goals during the first game. That's where they've picked up their first goal in this game. Very dangerous.
And it's all tied up here with 1:12 left to go. Farah winning out that kickoff. Will they get punished? No. Greasy gets back from picking up boost on the side. And they will be able to survive that scary moment.
Oh, that's so important, that demo.
It spins him back onto the defense. Cookser's miss won't be as big of a deal there, but Marky able to get there. They did get the demo onto Greasy, but they weren't really able to clear it out of their own half. This is good for FlipSid and rough for the leftovers as we are in the final minute. Tied up at 1 apiece. Cookser with the shot. Can Marky finish it? So close. Cookser with a second shot. It almost goes in, but Snasky saves it. Here comes Greasy with the follow-up. They keep this offense going. 2 players up again. Snasky and Sicky have committed both times on the last 2 shots. Snasky will finally get the clear, but with 30 seconds left, you don't want to let FlipSid have those opportunities.
No,
what a pass from Cookser. Greasy takes the shot, and Sicky shuts it down again. The defense from leftovers holding on strong, keeping them alive in this game too.
Sicky only got the clearance medal for that one. He deserves that double savior.
No,
the game has not given it to him. What a great series we're having here.
Fantastic.
From these 2 teams.
That pass from Cookser was incredible. Greasy got it onto the backboard once more. Sicky won't get all that strong of a touch off it, but it's enough to get it to Snasky. You expect FlipSid to probably let this one touch. Greasy will put it over the side, probably play for overtime. They might keep it going. Greasy will play it all the way down, then it'll touch. There we go, and we get overtime, game 2.
Certainly seems like FlipSid Tactics have had the better chances in offense, but this has been pretty even so far. This can go either way depending on who can play this on the floor. I feel like both these teams are better off on the floor than playing it in the air.
Oh, beautiful rotations from FlipSid as Marky goes in to take a shot, blocked away by Snasky. Defensive leftovers on point this game as far with a nice pass. The shot not on target from Sicky, but Cookser with an opportunity. Snasky will send it over to the side. Shut down the breakaway opportunity for FlipSid. Marky looking to pass to Greasy, does not make contact in the air. And that'll actually see two FlipSid players in the corner. Cookser needs to make contact and give Greasy time to refill on boost and get set up on defense. It's bought him enough time to get around. Greasy will push out. Now Sicky on the backboard, goes for the demo play. Instead of the double taps, Snasky with the shot. Can Greasy get there? An excellent save from the Greasy Meister. Sicky will shoot over to the side. Cookser and Marky getting tangled up in net. Uncharacteristic miscommunication from these FlipSid squad. But Cookser will drop it back into his corner. First minute of overtime come and gone.
Yeah, FlipSid Tactics, you actually saw there how important demos are because it can ruin a rotation. That's a shot on target.
Snasky gets the block. Staying alive, a savior medal for Snasky as well. So many saves from this leftovers squad right now. They are holding this game alive. We've seen many overtimes that have become such strong defensive games today.
Yeah, and you can also see from overtimes that once they get to this point, they can start to linger on and on, as teams don't want to be the one to make the mistake.
Mm-hmm. We'll come down with. I love these defensive overtimes, though, because it usually does come down to a strong offensive play, not just the mistake. And right now, it's going to be the question of who is going to be able to get that strong shot. Probably an upper 90 shot is what it will take to win this match here. Sicky takes the shot onto the backboard. Fair is up to shoot, but does not get it through Greasy. As we approach 2 minutes of overtime, still both teams struggling to find the back of the net of their opponent.
Yep, as you see here. Oh, Cooks has actually been bumped in the background. Snasky's open.
Can he make the shot? Greasy shutting him down, knocking it down far with an opportunity, but Cookser plays it away. Savior medals galore. I feel like they're about as common as save medals right now. These players, so many attempts on the net, so many shots, I'm sure, as these players are able to keep this game going at one apiece. 2:20 left to go. Marky with a shot at midfield. Quite the nice redirect. And we'll let Greasy take another one. It bounces into the middle. Marky has the opportunity to keep this alive. Where is Cookser? He's been in the back. Should be lurking at midfield. Here he comes. He's going to back off as he sees that the leftovers have ball control. But that's two players up for the defense. This is bad for the FlipSid. Oh, they're able to put it in. Greasy gets it. Bad for the leftovers, as I meant, as we're seeing FlipSid get the win.
Yeah, two players going for that. You called that exactly correct. You cannot do that at all. Snasky left in no man's land. He can only hope that he jumps into the ball and gets himself a lucky save. Not going to happen when you've got very accurate shooters coming out who belong on FlipSid Tactics, and there we go.
Man, and you wouldn't know by the score margin right now of 2-0 on the side of FlipSid that this has been such a close series, especially this game was beautiful to watch on both sides. So many saves, 12 shots from FlipSid. What is this, 9 shots? No, I can't do math. 11 shots from the leftovers here, as both these teams playing so strong. I mean, so that was at a total of 23 shots for 3 goals. Such the defensive game.
Yeah, very defensive game there from both teams. However, the important thing for FlipSid is that they got the win. We saw during the LAN how important overtimes can end up being, especially the longer ones. We saw a ridiculously long one between themselves and Mockit.
We did.
And that, I feel like, was the one that was the killing blow towards Mockit. After trying so hard to try and claw themselves back, getting beat after your best possible opportunity completely killed them off. Do the leftovers feel the same way here? Is 2-0 too much for them to come over? We're going to find out.
Yeah, I remember something. It was either in a pre-game interview of the finals or maybe his interview in kind of the little Mockit bit. But they were talking to Patch about, like, what is he most afraid of? What does he want to avoid? And he was like a 10-minute overtime.
Yes.
And he basically got that there. And it was kind of the nail in the coffin for Mockit Aces, as FlipSid was able to take the win there with the bracket reset nonetheless. As FlipSid playing so strong, that endurance. I mean, it is situations like the one we just saw where it really pays off to be world champs. It pays off to be in your 3rd season of RLCS, not your 1st. These guys know how to get through the nitty-gritty and through the hard games like that one.
Yeah, certainly is. They've been together for a very long time now. This is the most successful roster still going, because every other roster, they switch. No one is happy to settle for 2nd or 3rd. They all want to be number 1. How do you become number 1? You beat number 1. And they do say it is easier to chase than it is to be at the top.
Oh, for sure.
FlipSid, They like the top of the mountain.
Yeah, they have mounted Mount Cronovia, and they've just planted their flag, and they're sitting and having a picnic right now. They're like, yes, come if you like, but we live here right now, thank you. In game number 3, if the leftovers drop this one here, they will be swept by FlipSid Tactics, defending world champs, defending their title in style at the moment. So far, it's been the leftovers on the offense here. An opportunity for Farah, but cleared away by Greasy. Snasky and Sicky need to hightail it down. Is it going in? So close. A good play by Sicky to keep that one away and stall out the shot from Marky. Give Snasky time to put it into the corner. And look at that. Look at FlipSid just giving them space. Immediately, we saw leftovers regain ball control, as we see FlipSid just going for the hard clears at the moment.
Yeah, FlipSid Tactics is very good at noticing passing plays and cutting them out during the pass rather than allowing the pass to complete.
Yes.
And trying to go for a block shot, because that is a much more difficult thing to do.
We see many teams that if you're able to get consistently multiple touches on the ball in a row, that's when you become very deadly on the offense. So like you said, intercepting those passes, very critical.
Well, FlipSid Tactics, they're not a team that plays reactionary. They know how these things go. We see a lot of the teams, especially when we saw Radiance play yesterday, very reactionary. They want to see how the play turns out, and then they want to try and stop it. Snasky with the bump in the background. Unfortunately for him, shot was not on target.
It was an excellent setup there from Snasky. Not able to finish that off yet, and will remain scoreless here with 3:41 left to go in game number 3. Farah will try to take a shot onto the backboard, sets it out for Snicky. Snicky. Just run Snasky and Sicky together, and you get Snicky, guys.
That one's sticking. That one's definitely sticking.
I don't want that player. That sounds scary. You get a tiny little red-headed jacked person if you get Snicky.
It sounds like we can sell this.
Yeah, this is a movie in the making right here. Sicky going to try and set another one out here as Farah moves up. He'll actually fall back. Didn't like what he saw. With 3:14 left to go, still scoreless here. Both teams playing well. Marking to try and pass this one out. Sicky takes a shot. Cookser will pick it up, slows it down, puts it on his hood. But Farah tackles. Now let Sicky try to set it out again. There's Snasky in for the shot. Greasy out. Marky Doodah interrupted by Farah. You can see there, leftovers doing the same sort of thing you were talking about earlier. Interrupting the pass. Don't allow them to create those deadly shots that FlipSid's known for. What a play by Snasky, playing it underneath, reading Greasy's touch, but cleared away by Cookser. He's not just the MVP, he's not the player of the year because of his offensive prowess, but also because of just his all-around defensive awareness, just his all-around play on all sides of the field. What makes Cookser so deadly? As Greasy saves another one. The saves coming in fast and furious right now as the shots get poured on by the leftovers.
Yeah, though I feel like leftovers are trying to use that backboard a little bit too much. FlipSid Tactics always have that one red. Maybe try and pull something else out. Maybe a 1-2 play. Something that can work. There's no one in net for that one.
Oh my goodness, it's just all Cookser by himself.
Just completely against the runner play though. Cookser gets a hold of it, and this is what happens when you get a little bit too trigger happy with your offense. You end up leaving the goal open.
That is oftentimes the truth. That if you've had a long extended offensive like we just saw from the leftovers, basically the first half of the game was the leftovers on offense, and then a quick transition onto offense from FlipSid. They're able to take one clean shot onto net and get the lead here in game 3. Could be all they need. If they are able to hold on for the next 2 minutes, they will have swept the leftovers. As Farah gets a nice pinch around the edge, higher than Marky was expecting. That one going towards Greasy in the back. He'll clear to the side. He and Marky both moving out. I don't think Marky expected Greasy to move out with that touch. But he'll be back in net as Cookser clears it up the side. Farah going to try and wrap it around. Out to Snasky. Great pass. Snasky shot just a bit high. Can anybody finish? Farah will look to keep this offense going as he rides it up the wall. He'll just actually leave it for Snasky. Puts it in the corner. Try to bring this one back out. A pinch towards the far side of the goal. Lucky for the leftovers that one wasn't on target. Nobody was in a good position to save that. Now it'll be Snasky trying to push that out, see if he can tie up this game.
Yeah, FlipSid Tactics all over this pitch right now. They're definitely making sure that they are complete on boost. They've stolen so much away from this leftovers squad, and that's making plays like this very difficult for them, where they are struggling to clear it away, and they can't make anything of it afterwards.
Oh, Cookser with an excellent attempt and increasing the goal, increasing the score margin here of game number 3. 55 seconds left of the clock. Farah with an excellent shot, but Cookser just blocking the opportunity, blocking that shot, getting the save, and keeping them scoreless here in game 3. They're going to attempt again. Snasky going for the demos again. I like the aggression from Snasky, but it has to be followed up by accuracy from his teammates, or they're never going to be able to break this margin. And Marky Doodah over the top of 2, just one in the back. Goes for the bump on Snasky, but the shot not fully on target. And the score margin remains at 1. 28 seconds left for the leftovers to score.
Yeah, but they've
and force
done
overtime.
It again. Just constantly not leaving anyone back. It's very difficult to do when you've got a team against you as quick as FlipSid Tactics. Although of all these bumps, I think we can easily now say that Season 3 is the most physical season of RLCS.
Has a breakaway opportunity. Can he put it on target? He does. Gets it in. Tie game.
Okay, so we've almost got deja vu of what the first goal was.
Yes.
Here. Too many players forward. Greasy out of boost entirely. You can see him just on the side of your screen before he went off camera. And Farah will take that the entire way down the field. Leftovers were 9 seconds away of losing this one. They're still in it.
They are holding on. Going to try and send us to overtime here. And I'd love to go back and rewatch the rotations of FlipSid there and see exactly how that happened. Cooks are going to try and do it right now in regulation. Greasy upside down shot going to drop down overtime. Close one there in regulation.
Well, here we go, Leftovers. What have you got in the tank still left after a ridiculous series against Northern Gaming? Can they bring it back out?
Can they finish this one in a shorter overtime than the last one ended? Farah earning himself another savior medal here. These players, so much aggression on both sides. Sicky will pass that one out. Farah will take a shot downfield. Is it going to go in? Can he finish this off here? He does. We'll go to game 4.
Farah scores 2 goals for his team. He has put up ridiculously good stats this game, but none more important than the 2 goals that he is belonging to. And yet again, no one back on FlipSid. The counter-attack comes through, and the Leftovers, they hang on.
They hang on here by the skin of their teeth. They're going to be going to game number 4 here. FlipSid. I think it was very, very critical there that the Leftovers finished that game early on. We see that these long, drawn-out overtimes oftentimes favor the veteran teams here. So FlipSid was able to finish that one very quickly in game number 2. But here, very, very quick overtime as the Leftovers take the win in game 3, and we'll go to game 4.
Yeah, and exactly saying what you were about to say there. The reason why FlipSid is so dangerous during these longer overtimes is that their main weakness that has been pointed out by people over and over and over again is the rotations can sometimes get a little bit too offensive. But during a long overtime, teams sit back a little bit more. FlipSid is no exception to that. They'll start thinking more defensively, and that kind of eliminates one of their biggest weaknesses. So Leftovers not taking this to overtime, or at least not having a long overtime, definitely important for them. It means we can go to a game 4.
Game 4.
Do you really think they'll pick Neo Tokyo again?
I'd love to see it. That'd be fun.
I would love to see at least a second attempt.
It is a beautiful map. It is like, you can say what you want about those ledges on the side. I think it's by far my favorite map as far as looks.
I'm so glad that despite the fact that they are taking it out of ranked, I'm so glad they're at least just going to try and reformat it into a standard map, because you can't have art like that in a game and not have it displayed in front of everyone.
Absolutely, absolutely. Such a gorgeous, gorgeous place to play. But we're going to go to Urban Central first, and we will see if they're able to pull it off here. And I thought for you, I've been noticing over the past yesterday and today, it seems that most teams have a Batmobile player, and B, he seems to be the third rotation. He seems to be the player who's hanging back the most. Both Snasky and Cookser have been doing a lot of that this game. I've been noticing that with Pondex in the last series as well, earlier today. I don't know if there's a reason behind that particularly. You, as more of a veteran player, might have a better thought about that. Or maybe you've never thought about it at all. I don't know.
Honestly, you've kind of taken me by surprise on that one. No, I have never noticed that before at all. It might be circumstantial. I might have to speak to some of these players. Oh my goodness, Sicky, what was that?
The angle from Sicky, the 0-degree shot here, just right in front of the goal, and that's Leftovers on the board.
Sicky coming in, the Fenris special from him. Something we used to see a lot during the Battlecast days, but Sicky pulling it out right there. Ridiculously difficult to pull off because you've got to rotate your car midair and you've got to hit it exactly perfect.
Marky Duda over on the side. FlipSid moving up quickly. What a pass there from Cookser straight downfield, and Snasky with the read. Cookser will put it back in the midfield, and Greasy was a bit farther up than the pass was ready for. And the pass was made to, I guess. Marky getting demoed in net again. This aggression from Leftovers. Really excellent stuff, but Cookser over 2. Can they finish it? He doesn't have the final touch, and Farah will have to loft it. Let Sicky rotate in behind him. No one in to finish it off, but what a setup there by Cookser. Yeah,
Cookser just showing his teeth a little bit during that play, saying, yo, I can still do this. Although these passing plays from Leftovers, very good throughout this entire series, just not quite finding the finishes.
Can Marky finish this off? Snasky pops it high. Cookser gets demoed in the backfield, which opens up the space there for the Leftovers. You knew Cookser was going to be the next in after Marky's touch, but they've managed to keep this offensive going. He almost falls on it. Marky keeps the pressure on, and Cookser tries to backflip it in. Greasy will meet that one in the middle and kill the momentum of the ball, keep the offensive going for FlipSid, but such a dangerous situation there for the Leftovers. They hold on, they keep it away, and now they've got the ball down in FlipSid's half.
Yeah, yeah, but they can definitely try and make something out of this. FlipSid, just very good in that defense, though, taking their time, assessing the situation, and realizing how much time they've got available to them. As this starts becoming a game of ping pong, like it's looking like it's going to be.
Oh
wow,
my
what a great play.
goodness.
Okay.
Snasky, okay, you go for it. You go for it.
Ping pong does not work like that. You're not allowed to go to the other side of the field and smack it past your opponent. Great play from the leftovers.
That was more beautiful than like if Sicky had tried to cherry pick it. He passes it back towards Snasky, then flies upfield and lets Snasky shoot it right back at him. Fair is in the midfield. That sort of counterplay when you have players up on offense from FlipSid, so hard to deal with. As long as Fair's shot is accurate, you are guaranteed a goal there. Well done by the leftovers as they are now up 2-0 over the reigning world champs.
Yeah, and that's the type of goal that you used to see a lot during, and I'm going to give Gibbs credit here, his time on Cosmic Aftershock. Kronovi and Sad Jr., that was their bread and butter coming out here in this game.
Oh, and they're going to try and do it one more time, putting it in, punishing this commitment on offense from FlipSid.
I mean, we've just gone from one of the best goals I've seen to hitting it really hard.
It went the whole length.
Okay, we'll take it.
Yeah, Greasy's like, okay, yeah, right, I guess that goes in. Well, I guess that's fair. 2:50 left to go. We're not even to halftime. The leftovers with a 3-goal lead over FlipSid. This series, remember, this series started off with a 5-1 by FlipSid, and then we had 2 brutal overtimes. And right now, leftovers, I don't want to say it too early. I don't want to curse them here, but they're looking at we'll just say, nope, sorry.
It's already happened.
Yep, so
you
sorry.
Started the sentence. That's the start of the voodoo curse.
Snasky over to the side. It was Marky who set it up for Greasy in the middle, and that is FlipSid on the board right here at around halftime.
Yeah, just getting that into that danger area yet again, and you see these numbers coming out when they take the shot. 127 miles or kilometers per hour. I'm not back in England anymore, so we're using kilometers.
Yes.
Just ridiculous speed. You have to try and jump for it, but unless that ball is directly at you, you're not saving it.
Cooks are in the air. It's taken away from him by Snasky. So leftovers moving up. We are right here at halftime, so in theory, all the goals that have been scored could be scored again, and we could have a tie game.
Yeah, I think that's definitely just a theory, though.
It's for sure a theory. Is it technically true? Yes. Will it happen? Probably not. But Sicky gonna try and set this one out to his teammate Snasky. Greasy in the back. Will pop up and just bounce it off the wall and around. Cooks are in the goal. We'll try to pass out to Greasy, who's waiting. Neither he nor Snasky got a wheel onto that one, and he'll leave it for Cookser in the corner. He takes the boost, slows this play down, but Fair just tackles him outright, sending it out into the middle. Sicky is in the air to take a shot towards the net, blocked away by the waiting Marky Duda. Puts it into the corner. He and Cookser will try to turn this one around.
Yeah, FlipSid Tactics now need to start trying to do everything here. Expect to see their rotation that is already usually quite aggressive to become even more so. Oh, Snasky! And Cookser there managed to not only avoid the demo, but repositioned his car mid-air to get the save.
And Snasky getting demoed there. We've seen so much aggression from Snasky, leading up the charge, going for the goalie, and it's surprising that I have not seen a single goal scored off of that play yet, or the play the goal that I necessarily noticed that was what happened. And it seems rather that the defender just sees him coming, gets the block, and gets away, but Farah in the air will be cleared away before he can make contact. But a great setup there by the leftovers as they continue to pound on the offensive pressure. Farah again in position to take the shot, but the defensive awareness from FlipSid holding on right now as they try to tie this game up. Final minute of gameplay, they need 2 goals.
Certainly do. Stuff off this crossbar will be very difficult to deal with, but Snasky and Sicky, you can see that how much leftovers want this. They sent 2 players to that because they just knew that they had to get contact onto that ball. Bit dangerous during most of the time, but they've got away with it.
Oh, Marky Duda out to Greasy Meister. They'll put it into the corner. And Sicky was have to settle for a soft touch, but a second touch will give it a bit more power. Nobody in the back right now. If Snasky can get there, it'll be Marky who gets off the wall quickly and clears it to the other side. Now Cookser downfield. 20 seconds for the reigning world champs to tie this game up. As Sicky will move that one downfield. They're going to settle for the hard clears at this point, buying time off the clock. Again, another one out to midfield by Snasky. Sicky going to try and move this one upfield. Snasky hangs in the back, just try to block any sort of breakaway opportunities, but as Sicky's just going to let this ball die up here as the clock runs out. This game is over. Game 5 from the leftovers incoming here. I'm not going to say the words reverse sweep.
Okay, don't say them at all.
I will not say those words.
No,
that won't happen.
You will not. If they're part of a sentence, it doesn't quite count. However, is this becoming a pattern here for leftovers? They just get into a game, and they just turn it into a drag-out brawl. It's fantastic right now. FlipSid Tactics, I mean, they've still got their demon around the corner in the form of Mocket. Yet they've still got to deal with a game that I don't think they anticipated to be as difficult as it currently is. Leftovers, they are on their way if they can complete one more game.
If Leftovers beats FlipSid Tactics after beating Northern Gaming, I'm so interested to see what's going to happen just with the community and with everything we talk about. This will be the talk of the town right now. For just Leftovers, what is going on right now? Now, they are going to Game 5. We've seen so many Game 5s today, and we've seen teams push it all the way and then have, Kaunos does not manage to pull it off. Northern Gaming didn't manage to pull it off. Anything can happen in a Game 5 here, but Leftovers looking so strong right now. I don't know who do you think is going to pull? Who do you think is going to take this? If I had to ask you to give me a prediction right now,
I'm going to look at this right now, and I say throughout this last game, look at Siki. Siki has been the top player on Leftovers so far. His defense has been phenomenal. That last game didn't need to do it as much. His offense came in instead. Like I said, the most adaptable player in Rocket League. If Siki plays well, Leftovers take it. If he doesn't, and he has a bit more of a quieter game, and he's forced to stay back a lot more, then FlipSid Tactics will take it. I'm going to say Leftovers, though, as my prediction.
Well, let's watch Siki here. And you guys heard it here. I saw his prediction. I saw his pick'ems earlier. You're hearing
my pick'em said FlipSid.
Yeah, exactly. Mine did too. And you are hearing Shogun believing in the Leftovers right now. Team definitely who needs a new name. Something a little more intimidating than...
Sponsors, get on this.
Please, please, please pick up this team. They are clearly good enough. Farrah will shoot that one towards the net. Snasky in the air. He's going to be above Cookser. He drops it into the box. Oh, if Siki had been right there, that could have been a goal early on for the Leftovers, but wanting to play patient, wanting to play safe. You see Snasky trying to back off, does not want to be susceptible to the breakaway. And he will keep this offensive going to the midfield. Cookser's pass in the middle. Oh, Marky gets bumped. That'll make his touch very soft. But Cookser not able to send it onto target just yet. First minute will come and go decently quietly here on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, but Leftovers looking very nervous in the way they're playing right now. Really, if this was any other game except Game 5, they would have had a player on that arc down shot that we saw earlier on. But because it's Game 5, being more tentative, FlipSid Tactics, they are the more experienced team. They know how to deal with pressure.
Yes.
If they don't try and take their chances, they are going to lose. But I'll tell you what.
My goodness, what the third player was way out on the left side.
This is something we're seeing over and over again from FlipSid Tactics. Open goals, and Farrah, we keep mentioning him for these sort of goals because he is always waiting in that mid part of the field.
Yes.
He's picking up the ball as soon as it gets to him, and he's got nothing to deal with. Easiest goals in the world for Farrah.
Absolutely. The way that they're liking to run kind of this, like we were saying earlier, like this 2-1 or this 1-2, where they put Farrah upfield, let him be very aggressive, and let Siki and Snasky hang in the back and move that one upfield and let them just work with him that way. And he can recognize when that goal is wide open. Excellent plays here from the Leftovers as they have the lead. Are they going to make it 2? So close, just off the crossbar. FlipSide's got to thank their lucky stars. That one wasn't just a bit lower.
Yeah, FlipSid do need to do something about this, though. We're already a minute and a half into this game. It feels like it's just come out of nowhere. And it has been all Leftovers throughout this game.
Cooks are going to pop this one high. Game number 2 that FlipSid won, they tied up the game in the final minute and then won it in overtime. So you never, ever count out FlipSid Tactics here. Cookser and Marky both up for that. Siki had a good shot, a good read on that bounce and had the shot. That could have been a second goal here for the Leftovers. Approaching halftime and still 1-0 in their favor. FlipSid going to be looking to tie this up. Get a goal of their own right now, though. Name of the game is get out of your half. There's a nice shot from Cookser that goes out. It'll be FlipSid Tactics here, still on the offense, approaching halftime. So they're down by 1.
Yep, certainly is. FlipSid Tactics now having their opportunities to go into offense, but nothing quite coming from it. They keep trying to pound balls towards the net, although this is their old school style of playing. But the times have moved on, and teams like Leftovers know how to deal with that right now.
A nice pass out from Marky. Into the middle from Greasy to Greasy. Meister going to try and get that one off. But here they come on the offense. Leftovers still trying to work this one in. See if they can get the win. It's Siki taking the shot, but Cookser blocks it away.
Yep, 2 players went for that. It's going to mean there's no one back, but thankfully for them, their save went so far to the right and was so slow that it doesn't mean that they've got any rebound to worry about. 2 minutes remaining in this matchup. Leftovers, they can do this.
They can hold on and do the unthinkable. Bleeding Northern Gaming and FlipSid Tactics in 1 week. Cookser gets demoed in the backfield. And yet Northern Gaming still on the offense. Cookser misses that one in the air. Dangerous situation, but Greasy will clear to the side. Snasky in the air, gets there first, wins that 50-50, just beats him to the ball.
Yeah, you're seeing right now, Leftovers, they have moved their pressure up so much. It's pretty much on the halfway line, and there's going to be a great pass there.
Oh!
It's going to be 2-0.
They goes in 123's all they've got to hold on to beat FlipSid.
Unbelievable, and this is coming entirely from how confident Leftovers have suddenly become. That every time they're challenging, they're not waiting for the ball to come into their own half. They're challenging on the halfway line because FlipSid Tactics are going for so many long balls. Every time that's happening, they're leaving themselves in either a 2v1 or a 2v2 situation at the FlipSid net.
This team playing like a team who has been here before, even though they have not been here before. The way these guys are synergizing and taking it to the reigning world champs right now is on par with anything we've seen in RLCS. 1 minute remains here for the Leftovers to hold on against FlipSid Tactics. Greasy Meister taking that one down the field. He's going to try and finish that one off. FlipSid is not done. They are not out of this picture yet. The back pass to Marky over to Cookser. Such close aggression. They know they have to give it all they've got on the offense right now. Defense will not win them this game anymore. And Cookser trying just to keep this pressure going. It'll be Greasy trying to pass it out. 40 seconds left on the clock as Greasy keeps it in the box. And Sicky will fake out Cookser. Great play by Sicky. Farah mind games Marky.
Come on, Farah.
Can he get it? He puts it to the side. What a play by Farah. Holy cow.
Farah comes in. He sees one player in his team go for the fake. He gets enough one, and he knows Greasy wants to go look for the fake. Instead, waits a little while, takes it to the right, 3-0. And this is not Season 3's version of Precision Z. This is Season 3's version of the Leftovers.
The Leftovers are here. They are taking names, popping heads, gonna take the win over FlipSid if they just hold on. 24 seconds, and the FlipSide's got to score 3 goals just to force overtime. Can we say reverse sweep now?
It entirely came from that situation. It came because FlipSid went so hard in the offense. They ran out of boost and they left themselves open. The Leftovers with possibly one of the biggest upsets in RLCS history.
The biggest for Season 3 so far. Absolutely. The clock is dead. The game is over. It's just a matter of the ball hitting the ground, and the Leftovers will beat FlipSid Tactics after beating Northern Gaming. A reverse sweep. These people are here to play.
And we heard just to the other area of the studio, as soon as that fake came in from Farah, as soon as he put it into the net, I just heard Axel Toss go, "Oh my!" And it was just incredible. Everyone here looking towards this Leftovers team and just saying, wow, they are actually here.
I think if we had been standing outside, we could have heard just kind of a global, "Oh man," from everybody back home, or whatever you sound like when you saw that play.
That would have mostly been Doomsy.
You would have just heard just like this rise in volume, just kind of global noise level going up, just from the however many 20,000 people that just watched Farah completely dunk Greasy Meister on stream. Oh my goodness. You have anything else to say here?
Well done.
Well done indeed to the Leftovers as they have the kickoff of a lifetime here in Season 3. We'll send it back over to the analyst desk.